Hello and welcome to Planet Cal. Today I am doing my week 1 check-in for my May budget. I'm going to start my expenses probably from the 5th through to the end of today on the 10th. So what I'm doing today is tracking all my expenses for the week against my budget, and then I'll also show you some changes I've made along the way just as I've evolved with my process. So I am starting my expenses from Tuesday the 5th through to this week because that's when payday kind of comes in, and I've got all that expenses based on the previous payday. So that's all covered, and we're just going to get stuck into this. So the first thing we'll do is move to our weekly check-in here, which I'm going to take over here. And I have 6 categories and 5 spaces. However, my bills I do keep in my monthly overview. However, they're part of my sinking funds, which I set money aside each week, and then every time a bill is due, the debit comes out and I just shuffle it out of the account that I've got set aside for it. So I will keep that aside because that is a sinking fund, but I'm just keeping that there for monitoring. And I have made a little change, which I'll show you later what I'll do. So we're going to do our groceries, takeaway, groceries, takeaway. I'm going to do fuel next, unbudgeted, other, and unbudgeted. Alright, so the budget for my groceries for this week is $200, I think, $200 a week. Hang on, where is it? $800 for the month. So a budget is $800. The takeaway budget is $400. The fuel is $50 because we're still working from home, not really driving much. Other, I don't actually have a budget because that's just come from elsewhere. We have unbudgeted, also without a budget, so I guess we don't cover that. So my groceries, let's come back to the monthly here. So coming back to this, groceries is green, so I have $22.79. So I've just calculating this on my computer here because I need to invest in a calculator. $22.79, tick that one off, plus $174.06 equals, and that's the 2 green ones, $196.85. So I'll come back over here. So $196.85, which means I have 800 minus 196.85. I could have done that in my head, but I'm being lazy. 603.15. So I'm pretty on par with my 200 a week there. So takeaway is yellow. We got coffee because our beans were running late because I get a weekly coffee bean subscription sent through our company. So our coffee is not in all of this budget, but because the beans didn't arrive, I had to use my takeaway budget to buy us a coffee. So I've got $9.60 plus Domino's $34.90. Oh, $9.60 plus $34.90. So that's $44.50, $44.50, which means, let's do this in my head, that makes it 45, that makes it 50, which means I have 355.50. I probably should do that. I shouldn't be clever and try and work it out in my head. 355.50. So this is kind of also a little light. We've had way too much takeaway. Today I got donuts for Mother's Day. Yesterday we had Red Rooster. However, my husband generously paid for it with his splurge. So what he does with his splurge each week is on him. So that's just one of our fixed costs here, what he gets our fun splurge. So he decided, because I said I didn't feel like cooking and I just wanted donuts for Mother's Day, so he decided to splurge on that, so it's not part of our budgets. But we have eaten way more takeaway than we should have. I know I say all that all the time, but we definitely did. So $50 of fuel. I'm gonna go here. Now I have fuel here in the orange tag. I fueled up the Commodore because I had to go and pick something up and I needed the Commodore, but the Mazda is already full, so I'm now 0 budget left. Yeah, so I needed to pick up some drawers which are here in this unbudgeted, which I'll explain later. So my other expenses, which is part of my probably also sinking funds, which I'll probably have to explain that elsewhere, but I will keep gifts out. But I'm going to do these are the House Art Union's subscriptions. So I've got $10, $20 and $30 there. And I'm going to keep the gifts because that's part of the sinking funds that I've taken it out, so I won't cross that one off just yet. So I spent $30 and I don't have a budget here, and I spent $30. Now the other expenses I have here is the unbudgeted, which is the cupboard. My husband was moving to the other side of the room, so other side of the house, sorry. Weirdly enough, he's moved into our closet, which is actually more like a little side room that comes off our bedroom. We decided to then get a cupboard to put my hanging stuff in so he could move into the cupboard, which is really not as bad as it sounds. It's actually about 2 meters wide. It's a little small room, so he's gone and set up his little office over there because he's doing videos as well for work, and we just didn't want to be side by side because it was just way too hard with us filming together at the same time and trying to work, and with my Skype videos for work and all that stuff as well. So I bought a cupboard so I can put all my hanging stuff in there, and I've gone and culled all my clothes. So that is why I have an unbudgeted cupboard, and why my husband is in the other side of the room. Okay. Right, so that's my weekly check-in. My totals for the week based on just general expenses here is $196.85 plus 44.50. Sorry, this is boring because you can't see me calculating. I'm going to pick up a calculator this week just so you can watch me calculate. That would be exciting. Plus 30 plus 50. You know, you didn't hear me say 50 plus 30 plus 50, but I did do that. $371.35. $371.35. I guess this is where my remaining kind of doesn't calculate well because I've gone and grabbed other and unbudgeted expenses. So I guess I'll leave that for another time. And I guess as I get used to this, I'm just going to double check on that one. All right, so that is correct. $371.35 for the week there. Now coming back to my sinking funds. So you might have noticed this has actually changed if you paid attention to the last video when I was setting myself up. I put the debt tracker over here, which you can see what this little bit is, and then realized that I had a big empty space here, so I moved that over, then realized I probably want to use this instead, and I haven't even used my spending tracker. Now, if you can see my little bow here, I just picked that one up from Mookie Bear Bows on Etsy, so check her out. I'll link her below. This is my Doctor Who TARDIS theme bow. I also got some super cute Harry Potter charms. And oh my gosh, these are just to die for. I'm such a huge Harry Potter fan, and just this is so gorgeous. I just can't even deal how cute this is. So that's from Mookie Bear Bow. So if you've admired my bow here, oops, that's where that came from. But moving back onto the budget, I moved that over there. Didn't use erasable ink there, so I will wipe that out. I haven't put any of my expenses on a spending tracker, so I'm not even sure I want to use that now, but we'll wait and see. Now, coming back here, I do have my start and my credits and debits, so, but it doesn't go week to week, and because I put all my bills into syncing and I put X amount of money each month into my bills, that I actually don't track how much is gone. So what I've decided I think I might do here is put the sinking funds down here and then do it week to week according to the category. So I'll just do the outs and then we can calculate how much goes in. I'll just check my accounts at the end. Clothes, stuff, bills, water/pool, lawns, mojo. I think I've stopped. Oh no, I have. Gifts and AHM, private health insurance. That's actually automated, so I don't need to measure how much that is. But I'm going to do my AHM is plus 81. My gifts, which is coming back to here, this is where I've got this pink expenses, is $60. So I got a couple of gift cards for the mother-in-laws just to buy themselves, well, the mothers for Mother's Day. So my nana, my mum, and my mother-in-law just to buy themselves some chocolate and flowers because they don't live nearby. So I sent them some gifts. So I'm going to do minus 60 here and keep it in the red. You may choose to just put it in brackets for a negative, but I'll just do negative red to stand out. So my pool, so I've ticked that one off. I've also got a pool bill here that came out that was $30. So that's taken $30 off my water and pool. But doesn't count my incoming. So maybe I'm just going to do negatives out of this one. I'm just thinking out loud how I'm going to work this out. Because I know that that's going to be expected each month. And it'll tell me my estimated and actuals towards the end of the month. So I've paid that off my pool and the gifts. Where is that pool gone? I've ticked that off. Then I've got Rego, which came out of my bill fund, $237.68, and my RSEQ insurance, which was that one. I ran out of room here and it came through on the statement the next day, so I'm just putting it here just for space. So I'm going to calculate those two expenses. $237.68. $237.68. That's incorporating a transaction fee as well, and that's quarterly. And then I'm going to add $23.55 for my Commodore RACQ, which is only my fire theft and auto because the car is a bomb. I think it costs us like $1,000. We only keep it because it's really handy for picking up cupboards and big furniture and having as a backup car. So that was $261.23. So I'm just gonna, oops, got a little crazy there. Flip that over and do minus 261.23. And then we've done nothing here and nothing there and nothing there. And nothing's drawn from those. So I might do this as drawings. Where's my pen gone? I might actually mark this one as drawings. And then I'll do it week to week. And then I can match the drawings with the negatives when I can calculate the totals, which I could even do a total sum there, but I'll calculate it all up and put it in the end balance. Nope, put it in the totals of the negatives here. Perfect. Look at me thinking things through. Okay, so that's it for this week's check-in. I haven't got anything else to add. I haven't put my spending tracker in, but other than that, that's it for the day, and I shall see you next time. Bye. Thanks so much for watching, and please do subscribe below for future content. You can also visit me on Instagram at PlanetCal or the Planner BAU. And for all my stickers, head to theplannerbau.etsy.com.